Hey guys and girls, it's me again. I'm Robin Graves, and this is the World According to Graves, or as I like to call it in short, WATG. Happy Halloween, everyone. Let me get this out of the way here. This view. See, War of the Planet of the Apes. Told you I had it. Told you it was out. It's good. Anyway, let's get this soda thing out of the way. Yes, folks, I have another one. This is actually pretty good stuff. A little sippage here. My trademark here. Jeez. Wow. That would go good with rum. Too bad I don't drink. Put this over here where it's not going to harm anyone. Uh, this is Wednesday, Halloween, so this must be the midweek show, as I call it. I try to get them out between Tuesday and Thursday. I want to answer a little bit of viewer mail and talk about a little something off the wall a little bit. Uh, you know, I really don't have a lot against Democrats so much. The people that want to think for themselves. Who I do have a problem with are liberals. Um, they want to be a kinder, nicer type of thing. I remember George Bush Sr. saying, we need to be a kinder, gentler nation. And liberals are running and saying that here, and like they invented that term. Um, it's kind of ironic, but let's talk about Democrats and liberals for a moment. Um, there's a very good way to figure out who's a liberal. I'm not going to use the word liberal. Let's use the word vegan. All right, because I got a special little place in my heart for these people. Vegans in general don't bother me. They don't bother me at all. But how do you find a vegan? It's very simple. You take 100 random people, just random people you find, put them all in a room together. What are the statistical chances of finding a vegan? 100%. 1 out of 100 in that room, or at least one, is going to be a vegan. It's really kind of crazy how that works. Um, Vegans have all their reasons, put in a row to be a vegan. They don't believe in killing an animal. They don't believe in killing something. Excuse me. Allergies been acting up. We got rain moving in. As we already got mold in the air. Jesus. December 31st, October 31st, already got mold in the air still. You got to look at a vegan like this. They have a mission. I mean, you look at this guy. He's a vegan. He's skinny. He's kind of unhealthy looking. His health's gone to shit. But he sticks to his guns. And that is something I can respect in a person. Somebody sticks to their guns. But then again, you got these others, these militants. The ones that become vegans because, well, Scientology hadn't found them yet. Honestly, I mean, you can always recognize them. They're ones with the names like Vegan Warrior, on their Facebook or Twitter page. It's kind of I don't know. It's like they get a gang going. They join a gang that eats plants and talks shit. I got a message. I want to talk about a couple of people who messaged me here right off the bat. From a guy named Juan McGehee, M small c, large G, Eehee. That's a fucked up last name. I thought mine was fucked up. Good. Anyway, he read what I said about social justice warriors and about feminism. And I don't know why he's piping in on this. I really don't care his reasons. This is the guy who I'll explain how I found him out later in a few minutes. He's a guy who decided to go off on me on social media in a PM because, well, he ain't got the balls to talk about it in public. None of them do. Unless there's a big, large group of them, then, well, you know how the left is. They believe in mob mentality. But this guy, this genius, on one of my videos, the SJW special I did, said, And this is what he said about it. I hope your wife gets eaten by rats in front of you. I hope you get cancer. Yeah, this is the type of people I deal with on a daily basis doing these videos. I'm always having to deal with death threats. I'm always having to deal with threats of violence. People running and playing their emotional stereotypes on me. Leftists don't believe in logic. They want emotions. To heck with emotions. I want something that's for real. This is like always the one person. We all know that one person that no matter what they say, maybe that to me that's your typical leftist. They live in Alice in Wonderland. They believe the world is full of unicorn farts. And if anything doesn't go their way, if they're not considered special, if they don't get everything they want, they're being oppressed by Nazis. Back in the 80s, we had a word for people like this. Wackaloons. Yeah. People like that usually saw a shrink, got electroshock therapy, and got better after a few years. No, you can't do that anymore because, well, idiots have rights. Crazy people have more rights than a sane person. A very wise man once told me, there's a million ways to save an idiot, but there are no ways to save a genius. This was a doctor who told me this. An actual physical, the guy with a PhD, a doctor, told me this. Now, I'll get my notes here. Another one. Well, let me go back just a little bit. I've done a lot of videos so far. I've been a guest on a couple of others. I've talked about a lot of things. I've talked against feminism. I talked against Christine Ford or Cheryl Ford, whatever her name is. That's how important she is to me. I don't remember her name. Oh, by the way, check out the news. Mueller has somebody say he was nasty with her. He was nasty with her. A coworker said he sexually harassed her. Is it hitting the news? No, no, no. Nobody's saying a word about it. That's because, as we all know, leftists have a different standard of justice for themselves. See, if somebody on the right gets accused of doing this, whether there's proof or not, everybody's up in arms. All these SJWs, all these feminists, they're all up in arms about it, talking about, they want them hanged, they want them killed, because they believe the woman. When Mueller gets accused of this, where are they? Where the fuck are they? They're too busy at home washing their combat boots. Mueller could do something, a Democrat could do something, nobody says a word about it. You bring it up to him, well, I wasn't aware of that. Are you sure? I'm going to fact check that on Snopes. Fuck Snopes. They've been debunked so many times. Uh, it you know, I can go on about this, but I'm working on another show for this. There's actually being research done for the next show that has this in it, and I'll detail you guys on this later because there's some other interesting things going on with Mueller. And I don't want to give you guys any spoilers. Well, I did, but I don't want to give you any more. This is supposed to be kind of lighthearted. This is a Halloween special. I'm supposed to be having fun doing this. Let's see if we all can have some fun. But I've done a lot of things, a lot of videos, and talked to a lot of people. I've been on a couple of other broadcasts. I've talked about everything from feminism to now I mentioned vegans. And I mentioned vegans on another show, not one of mine. There's another guy's show. Personally, I don't trust vegans. I caught one trying to steal gas once. Um, but anybody wants to sit there and tell me because I'm an omnivore, I enjoy a good steak now and again. That because I do that, I want to go to hell because I killed an animal, buddy. All of those out there, vegans out there that want to say that it's wrong for me to kill an animal. I've killed a lot because I did a lot of hunting in my days in Shitlahoma. Believe me. So the only way I could survive, I had to kill something before I killed humans. Anyway, there's this one here. What's his name? MC Cool Guy. I bet your mother's damn proud of that. MC Cool Guy. Let me explain how I found out about this guy. I had somebody, a friend of mine, who turned me on to his little statement he made. I went and looked at it, and I thought to myself, do I let this go and wait till later? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta be at 5 in the morning. I have to take medication. Then I had this other part of my brain, which I usually listen to anyway. It says, "Let's have some fun." So I kind of grilled at this guy, but this guy, MC Cool Guy, made this statement on a social network. He said, "I saw a video by Robin Graves. He hates cats and vegans and women. I'm currently blogging about it." Dude, please blog as much as you can. I need the viewers. Holy crap, man. Jeez, there is no such thing as negative publicity. Publicity in general is what makes you. But me and his guy kind of had it out a little bit over a couple of days, and he finally wanted me to apologize for everything I've said. So I told him in a nice little voice message. I said, he's talking about the blogging about it and how I hate everybody. I said, "Oh, not really. I love women. I have a cat and it's a vegan." I said that mainly because on one of his posts he had hashtag vegan cat. Hashtag vegan cat. I had to check this out. I was thoroughly amazed. On this site, hashtag vegan cat, were all these soy boys with these cats that look half dead. "I've had Fluffy for 5 wonderful years, and we have fun." God, this cat looks 900 years old, fur is falling out, eyes are milky, and it's laying there limp. These are people who believe their cat should eat salad. The whole time the cat's looking at them going, "Fuck you, man, where's the real food at?" Cats are not meant to be vegetarians. Now, if you want a cat that's got no fur, weak as hell, blind, barely breathing, go ahead and feed him some iceberg lettuce. I don't give a shit. My wife's a cat lady. We have 6 cats. And I happen to like cats a lot. I like their attitude. I've got one right now, Nova. She's a badass female who chases dogs. She's not, she's serious. She'll walk across the room, look at me, and say, "How you doing?" "Ah, fuck, never mind, I forgot. I don't give a shit." I can appreciate that attitude. But I mean, these people running around, these vegans. I have a friend who's a vegetarian. Well, I can't call him a friend; it's more of an associate. I've been to his house and we've spoken. He's a legal consultant, and I had to actually speak to him about a few things. Has this cat? He's a vegetarian, and he's feeding this cat some canned cat food. I said, "Wait, what are you doing? You're a vegetarian. Aren't you guys supposed to be pushing your lifestyle on everybody?" "Well, this is a cat, and cats eat meat." I said, "Yeah, what if I eat meat? You're going to jump my ass." "Well, this is a cat." Now, vegans, I want to let you know something, man. All you vegans with vegetarian cats, you're sharing your home with stone cold murderers. Cats will kill anything. I don't know. I thought I'd bring that up because, vegans kind of make me laugh a little bit. Uh, I want to get back to the whole femalian, the feminist thing for a moment before I let you guys go. I had one tell me one time, because it's actually quoted here, from one of their messages they sent to me. It says, "I wish Hillary was president. We need a woman to have the most important job in the world." You're a woman, right? Hillary, I think, might have one time been a female. You make people. Women want the most important job. They make people. I sat there and watched my son being born. Okay, back in 93. Let me tell you something, man. After I saw that, I was glad I was a guy. Because I'll tell you something, if men had to have babies, I think there'd be 6 people on the entire planet. You women want to sit around and talk about how we need a president who's a woman. I am not objecting to a woman being president. Not at all. But I have some prerequisites First, she's got to know what she's doing. She couldn't have murdered people. And can we try to make one that's not a criminal? Yeah, it would be nice to have a president that's not a criminal. I don't remember any except for Reagan. But I we need Hillary to be president because she's a woman. Is that the only prerequisite there is? Is that the only qualifications there is? Being a woman qualifies you to be president. That's like a doctor's qualifications. The only qualification a doctor has is the guy who cut up the neighborhood dogs as a child. You know, I've been told that I'm rough on women. Actually, I'm not. I love women. People say, "Well, you paint women with a broad brush." Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna paint men with a broad brush. All men masturbate to NASCAR. And of course, there's gonna be men out there go, "Well, yeah," and that's fine. You don't see any guys out there throwing a screaming fit about it. You don't see them yelling for men's rights. You don't see them out there marching in the streets, with dick hats on, yelling, "My dick roars." If you have genitalia that roars, there's something wrong with you. You need to see a doctor. If your vagina has a voice, if your vagina roars, if people are afraid of your vagina, it's probably because it roars or has a voice. You need to go see a doctor. You need to get that shit checked out now. Anyway, but I said that painting all men that way. Personally, I don't watch NASCAR. I don't understand the whole concept of running around in a circle, turning left all the time. I could go into the whole thing about race car drivers not knowing how to turn right, but that's too much of a generality. Now, I want to say something else that's probably going to get me flamed on here before it's over with. I want to say, women, I love you, which I do. I love women. I respect women. I cherish women. But you guys haven't invented shit. You guys have, in all history, you got 40 women that invented anything. Women did not invent tampons. That was invented by a guy. And it's not that great of an invention anyway. It's, what? You're bleeding from there? Well, we'll just get something stuff it up in there. You can't sit there and talk about how wonderful women are when they don't invent anything. The woman invented the chocolate chip cookie. The guy invented the chocolate chips. Another guy invented the cookie. You put them together. It's not an invention. It's the same thing as me making a sandwich out of weird squid pieces. It doesn't mean anything. When you got Madame Curie, yes, she was awesome. She invented some. She did make an invention. She discovered radium. But women, you want to talk about how special you are. Invent something. All the major inventions in the world have been men. You have not contributed on that side. But you make babies. You make human beings. So, what do you want to do? Top that? Take everything away from guys so you can have it all for yourself. It's greed. But, look, guys, I'm running out of material here. I gotta admit, I didn't do a hell of a lot of research the past couple of days. I had a lot of things going on, and I have to get get 2 of these out a week. Actually, today it's Halloween. I wanted to have a little bit of fun. I want to do something just off the cuff and talk about things I don't normally talk about. Oh yes, I do have a couple more. Let me get these here. Get this notes here. A couple more viewers. See, Jeff DeMarc, in French. Where did the soda thing come from? I want to answer that right now. I don't know. I have no clue. All I know is that I've got dry throat. I'm coughing. My wife hands me the soda, and it tastes like shit. I decided, well, every time I come on, I got a little bit of sippage to keep my voice going and everything, keep my throat from drying out. And she starts just handing me these weird little things to use. Some are good. Some taste like dog piss. And the bad thing about it is I had it in my mouth. Yeah. I'm damn proud of that. But anyway, hold on. I got a couple more. String of numbers. I don't know what that means for a name. Yeah. I'm glad you do your research. At least somebody on here does. I don't. I don't want to use. I don't want to push my views on any of you by using emotions. I'm not an emotional, really, and a very emotional person. I like actual facts, actual things that stand up. Let's put it that way. You can be all emotional, talk about how somebody is against dogs, against this, against that, how you're going to be enslaved by your white masters and everything, all because you don't like a president because he's white. You can sit there and talk about how President Trump, be mad at him because he's got more money than you and how the Republicans are only for the rich. I'm middle class. In the past 2 years, our income has gone up tremendously because taxes have gone down. I run my own business. You see, my office here is also in my snake rooms. I raise and breed high end reptiles. I actually broke even this past year. Um, maybe this upcoming January, maybe I can actually pay myself. This is all because taxes have gone down. In fact, the American Reptile Association actually might make a few dollars this year instead of due to taxes. Since we do pretty much everything for free, everything we have is donations. And believe me, I don't care what you say. Um, Having a nonprofit, you do pay taxes. You have to. That's the law. If you make a certain amount. Let me go this over here. Let me do one more. I would like. I want to do one more. Um, Mr. Graves, thank you, and that's it. Mr. Graves, thank you. Well, you know what, John DiCarlo, you're welcome. Um, I'm not doing this to provide a service. I'm doing this really because a friend of mine put me up to it. I can't do rants on social media very often because I keep getting banned. I think I've got more time in Facebook jail than most other users. I think my name's on the wall there. So I do this instead. And I think the only reason I really do this is I want you guys to think for yourselves. Hold on, excuse me. Yeah, okay. Got a snake moving around. Hold on, let me tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 snakes in here. 12 snakes. Do you know what it's like to have an office of 12 snakes? I know. I know how it is. But no, I do this. I want you guys to think for yourselves. I'm tired of seeing the media being paid to put out certain stories that are slanted towards a narrative. I'm tired of seeing special interest groups and PR organizations, filming their own news stories and then paying news agencies and TV stations to air their stories as they film them and not tell you the important parts of them. Um, that goes. I'm going to tell you something too. Donald Trump, when he's talking about fake news, and CNN is very guilty of this. He's talking about the whole news agency buying their stories instead of making them themselves, reporting them themselves. They'll go buy these stories. In fact, there are several news programs that are under contracts to PR agencies and or political organizations such as the RNC and DNC. The White House actually creates stories to promote their ideas and sell them or make or force the news agency to air them. Very little news you see out here is actually done by reporters. Very few stories are written by the news agencies. Uh, that's why I question everything that's on TV. Every bit of news I read, newspapers, online news, everything. I question it. I question everything. And I wish everybody else would start questioning things. Because once you start questioning it, You begin to see through the bullshit. And once you see through the bullshit, you become public enemy number one. It means you caught them up. You know what they're doing, and they don't want you knowing what they're doing. But look, guys, I want you guys to have a happy Halloween. I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Be careful. And if you have children out trick-or-treating tonight, make sure you check everything they have in their bags. There's a lot of weirdos out there. If anything looks suspicious, report it to the police. Toss it. I urge you, a lot of you parents out there, if you possibly can, go with your kids to the trick-or-treating. You know, there's a lot of bullies out there that are going to victimize these little kids just to steal their bags of candy from them. I know this from personal experience. I've had it happen to me as a kid. And my son had it happen to him as a kid. It's just getting worse. There's a lot of weirdos out there, a lot of bullies, a lot of violent people. Keep an eye on your children. Keep them safe. Hold them close to you. Because you never know, one day you may never have them. And I know what that's like. So, you guys be good to each other. I'll catch you next time. I'm Robin Graves, and this has been The World According to Graves. Talk to you later. Peace.